handsome Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto Vanessa, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars, Berg on the beat, make a movie. Yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill this beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones will break some bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes, joke, don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making
EA. Along with Greg Olsen, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
Now Herbert on the bootleg. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pick up at 9, but he's going to set up 2nd and 1.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
McConkey in motion. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield. And what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
This one finds McConkey. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over.
That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, LA. That's another Chargers.
That was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
First carry here for the former Tar Heel, Omarion Hampton. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
From the gun, it's Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. He'll try to run for it. And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they set up first and goal.
Chargers, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
No gain on the play.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
Hampton. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Putting the tight end in motion. Herbert now on 3rd and goal. And that is in the end zone. He's in. McConkey. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Chargers 7, 49ers nothing.
Down here's Dicker out to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid one back there. He'll get this out set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
Short one there, caught by Kittle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. Downfield, he's got 4. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Chargers out to the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. So he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet she's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
They run once more with McCaffrey. We'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone. 21. Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
The 21-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Pinheiro's kick is good. And the 49ers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Pinheiro had a field goal a moment ago. Now he's back out to kick it away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Take the handoff. Now Herbert. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Bryce Huff in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
A run. This is Hampton on the rookie Puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And this is going to wind up 49er football. They have it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The 49ers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. 3rd and long. Throwing, Herbert. He'll let it go deep left sideline. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Niners offense ready to take over for their second possession. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to have the 1st down yard. Across the 50s to the 48.
To the 48-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, San Francisco.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, and it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. Again, it's McCaffrey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He was taken down.
So these jet sweep plays, we see them so often, both under center and in shotgun. There's a lot of ways to do it. But there's a little feast or famine element, especially in today's NFL, with the speed of these defensive edge players. So you got to make sure you get the edge accounted for so you can at least avoid these negative plays.
On 3rd down, here's McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey on the carry. Elijah Molden on the tackle. A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. fourth down, here comes the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Allen in motion. Throwing on first down is Herbert. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up the 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
To pick up the 6.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They go right back to Allen. He's got it again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
McConkey in motion. Herbert to the air again. Throwing right. That's Johnston. Now timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
38-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Now Herbert again. He's got the hook up downfield with McConkey. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first half.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Throwing again, Herbert. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Oronde Gadsden. Touchdown Chargers. Kicker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chargers extend their advantage to 14-3.
49ers 3.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Niners offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Throwing is Purdy. Pass caught by Pearson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. First and 10 for Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. Now timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
4 yards on the
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field.
It is 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Dewan Jennings. Yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on and try a field goal now. This will be from 56 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this stays a 2-score game. So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On second down, it's McCaffrey. They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 15 on that game. First down, 49ers.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Deshaun Hand in on the tackle.
At the 46-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
This is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
40-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, San Francisco.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Deion Henley there on the tackle.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. He's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
On second down, Purdy. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking it.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of 1 yard.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and then it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Jawan Jennings was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Chargers have it. And so much for a nice game through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fighting the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
The Chargers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll have a long field ahead of them. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one.
Previous play is under review.
At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey, and that'll be a pickup of 3.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Purdy. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He's in. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown, 49.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Purdy has the offense ready as they will go for 2.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This is Hassan Haskins to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then.
At their own 25.
The Chargers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down.
Its metal brain corrodes. You try to take his balls before the head.
Motion.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On the give, here's Hampton. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
He's got his man. Allen with the connection. They get 19 on that pass play. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, He just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide-open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
Nice work after the catch. It stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It's nothing new.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. On play action now. Herbert. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Glad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
On second down, a run with Hampton. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
They send the tight end in motion. Herbert going to try to throw on third down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 41 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
They'll run with Hampton. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown, L.A. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Point after now from Dicker. It's up and through. The Chargers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
49ers 9.
Touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more to try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Pearsall, the man in motion. Throwing on 1st down is Purdy.
Purdy's pass complete to Ricky Pearsall. It's a gain. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Right back to Pearsall again. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy.
Purdy's pass fake to Ricky Pearsall. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the air again is Purdy. Throw, right side, complete to Pearsall. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. We've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Purdy gonna put it up again. Open man there, it is Horn. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll throw again with Purdy. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And he will score. Game on. To Marcus Robinson. Touchdown, San Francisco.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Makes the score. Chargers 21, 49ers 16.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. On play action, it's Herbert. And his left side and taken in by Allen. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The Niners use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Run between the tackles for Hampton. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
At the 12-yard line.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Hampton. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that might have even lost a yard there.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Allen in motion. They'll go again with Hampton, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
Gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
Going to wind up incomplete. There's the run-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop and falls incomplete.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown when you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So it is Brock Purdy and the 49ers down by 8 with 1:09 to go. You need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion as well. But first things first, it's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. This one complete to Bourne. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here comes 2nd down. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. Purdy to Kittle for the Niners first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those...
This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up.
Pass interference. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Listen to this crowd. These guys need a stop on this two-point
The
conversion.
49ers will line up for the 2-point
One last
conversion.
shot now for Purdy. Forced out wide. Oh, he's taken down. They're in field goal range, but no timeouts. They're out of time. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. That scored too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here.
And this one is not over. They had to have it, and they got it. What a story this would be, Mike. This offense is going to have a shot to come out here and at least get something into the end zone.
Here's 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot on the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. It was a game that hung in the balance much of the way, but they're able to come away